Is Dragon Ball Super getting an official remake? Let's finally talk about this. We have a lot of information to discuss. This is something that has been ongoing for a while now. As you guys know, the Genki Daimatsuri event is about less than 20 days away from today that this is being posted and uploaded. So we're trying to figure out like what is actually legit, what's real, what are the facts, right? So right now, at this current moment in time, the ongoing big leak is that Dragon Ball Super, the anime, is going to be pretty much remade from the ground up in a sense, right? It's getting a complete remake. In a sense, I guess you could say it's like a Dragon Ball Super Kai. Again, I don't know all the details. We'll go over some of the details that are stated, but again, these are leaks, and remember, leaks can easily be bullshit, right? So this leak comes from DB Simplemente. Now, I think this had a lot of motion, the original one from Waleed, I think. They posted the DBS remake, and it was an image. Now, I do recall what the image looked like. It was like not cell animation, but like, I guess, foundations of like what Super Saiyan God Goku's transformation looked like. It looked like this, but it was like unfinished, like this image right here. And it had that same, Yamamoto style, which, if you guys know, I've voiced my opinion on that. I don't hate it. It's not horrible. It's not like the worst thing ever, but there were moments in Dragon Ball Super, and there are art styles that just look better than this for Dragon Ball. I think that this is fine as long as it's polished and refined and it's consistent, right? Any of the styles out there for Dragon Ball, for the most part, as long as they're consistent, right? Like with the exception of a few of them, I'm cool with. Like, I've seen scenes that use and like things that use the Yamamoto style, and it looks good, or it looks like fine, like for Dragon Ball, right? A lot of modern Dragon Ball uses this style, and I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. If the anime looks like that, that's fine. I think that is weird that they're going with that same style again. Like, if you're gonna remake it, why not do something else? Like for Dragon Ball Daima, we had was it Nakatsuru, if I recall correctly? I mix up names sometimes, so I could be wrong about that, but there's a specific design choice for Dragon Ball Daima, and there were scenes that had Yamamoto in there, right? There were things that were like the designs were just looking more like that, but they looked good, in my opinion. Like, there's some scenes of Vegeta where I'm just like, hey, this is that same style, but it looks way better. Why? Well, because in Dragon Ball Daima, they did a lot less highlights, right? Like, these characters, this and Xenoverse 2 have the same exact style where it's like they look like they're dipped in oil, right? Like, Goku's got about 15 different highlights and shines on his hair in general, and bro's face and body look like he was oiled up and shit. Like, it's not a great style, right, in terms of what they're going for design. But if you look at the Broly movie, right, using Shintani's design, everything's a lot more solid. The more solid you make the characters look, the better, in my opinion, which is crazy to say because it's like they're doing extra effort to put in those extra highlights and shadows and all that shit. But it just, I don't know, it doesn't look that good when it comes to Dragon Ball and just anime in general, in my opinion. But that's just me. So back to what I was saying with this. Toei Animation allegedly had removed this leaked image of the supposed Dragon Ball Super remake, which suggests that it wasn't fake. It's still not clear whether it will be a full remake, a flashback, or something specific, but it already seems official. The big concern is a possible return to the Yamamoto style. Now, just because Toei Animation, and that's the thing, I have no idea if that's actually true. I'm not saying that I don't believe them. It probably is. But who knows? What if this is like, I've seen people say like this image that they showed was like an old image, right? It was something that was from the original, like whenever they were originally doing Dragon Ball Super, and they ended up not looking like that. Maybe it was from Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, which, I mean, this is the anime version specifically, because the Battle of Gods movie, Gohan, he was not wearing the suit. And I can't remember if he's wearing the suit in this image or not. Again, I don't want to bring up the original image. I don't even know if it's up anymore because I don't want to risk Toei or whoever taking it down for whatever reason. Again, nobody knows if that's like a new image, right? Like, I don't know. I can't tell you. So the original image, I believe, had, because I'm assuming this is based on it, Gohan wearing his suit or like his nice formal wear, right? So in the movie, if I recall correctly, he was wearing the what's it called, the ultimate, or I mean, he was not in ultimate, but like whatever, he was wearing the gi, right? The Goku gi, the turtle hermit gi. So a lot of the stuff that comes out here, like you're looking at this image right here that you see where it's like the Super Saiyan God ritual and stuff, and like for whatever reason Goten is wearing fucking purple. I don't know why. This could be AI, honestly. Like that's the thing, I said this in my previous video when we were talking about the Dragon Ball Super Kakarot game thing, right? Leaks can easily be recreated with AI in terms of visuals. Obviously, just a leak in general could just be completely made up, right? People can pull stuff out of their ass, or they hear things from other people, and then the information starts to travel through a bunch of different people, and it's like, playing that game. What is it? Telephone? Is that what it was? The game that we would play as like kids and shit, where it's like you say something to one person, they pass it on, and it slowly but surely changes, right? So that could be something like that, dude. I don't know, man. I wouldn't put too much stock into this, but it does seem believable in terms of the fact that, Dragon Ball Super would be coming back, right? This is the number one thing that people want, is the Dragon Ball Super anime to return with Moro and Granola, right? Now, I don't know a single person that had ever asked for a remake of Dragon Ball Super. Like, we have already seen it. We've seen Battle of Gods and Resurrection F twice now. And then, obviously, we have the manga version of everything that we've already kind of read and seen. So, like, we're kind of burnt out. Like, I don't know about y'all, but me, I'm burnt out on Dragon Ball Super in terms of all the old shit that we've had since 2015. Like I would be totally cool if they just, actually, I would prefer them to just skip over to Moro and Granola. Now, the reason why this Dragon Ball Super remake could be really good, right? Or it could be cool is because not only will it look better, obviously, Dragon Ball Super, the original anime that we've had since 2015, look like shit. Not all the time. There were moments and, scenes where they looked awesome when certain, animators were on board to do certain, like, scenes and stuff and, like, specific animations, like Shida and Takahashi. It looked awesome, right? But another thing that could be really good about this is them actually being faithful to the manga, because you guys remember the manga was happening after the anime. I don't think maybe there's been one or two series or things out there that have done that, but like I don't know too many anime, especially big series like this, where they do an original anime and then they adapt it in a manga format. Like, what the fuck were they doing, dude? This shit doesn't make any sense. But maybe it's real. Maybe it is real. Who knows? We'll see. We'll definitely see. So, Walid, if I'm pronouncing that right, said French YouTuber I can't even speak. Sofian, I think it's Sofian Le Geek. I do apologize. I've covered stuff from him before. He did like stuff for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and stuff. He does like interviews with certain big figures in what's it called? France. So that's cool, right? He confirms leaks full DBS remake in 2026. Again, confirms. I don't know about that. We ain't confirming anything, but we can, use a little bit of information from him and try to, kind of understand what's going on with it. So it's not Kai style. Okay, so never mind. It's not Kai style. What does that even mean? Not Kai style. Okay, when I think of Dragon Ball Kai or Dragon Ball Z Kai, the reason it's this style is they cut down all of the fat, right? They take out all the filler, right? They redraw or not redraw, but like they clean up the image to look smoother and more, current day standards of, old Dragon Ball. Not that it looked bad or anything. It looks great, right? Some things were a little bit rough and, they kind of just like went over it. And you can see it. If you watch Dragon Ball Z Kai, I think you could say like they redrew things, right? So there's that. And then, what else would it be, right? Like, what does that mean? Not Kai style. It's not, they're not cutting out the filler, which Dragon Ball Super did have filler. So that's not good. I don't think that's what it means. I just think it's, when I think of it as being a remake, I think they're just redoing everything. And maybe it's because they're being more faithful to the manga in a way. And hopefully they're going to, it says faithful to Toyotaro's manga, So they would obviously have to adapt scenes that were in the manga version that weren't in the anime, right? You had Vegeta go Super Saiyan God, right? In much earlier, right? Not in the Broly movie. You see him use God, I'm talking the red hair form, in the Future Saga, right? I believe Goku uses Super Saiyan God versus... Was it versus Hit? I can't remember if it was versus Hit or in Resurrection F or not. Or like in that Universe 6 versus 7 arc. What else is there? I mean, you have Gohan versus Kefla. You have Zamasu taking his shirt off, like his clothes. And he doesn't become corrupted. There's that weird, like, hybrid thing that they did where it was, like, literally half Goku black, half Zamasu. Where that was the, like, weird, like, deformity shit that happened to him instead of, you know, the Zamasu corrupted form. We had the Zamasu clones. Like, Future Saga specifically and onwards did a lot of different shit. Like, he just went crazy with doing things different. So it really wouldn't get, like, cool and hype and good until that saga, in my opinion. Like, 6 versus 7 is fine. The other things are fine. But it's like, I don't really want to redo all of that, right? Plus a new DB game and possible another CGI movie. Oh no, dude, why are you doing this to me? I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. And you know, we will be watching. Like, all this shit, don't get me wrong. Complaining and all that. If this gets announced, my ass there. My ass, my balls there. Like, we there, right? Like, I don't give a shit. I will be there day one watching every second of this shit. But I would rather them just move straight to Granola and Moro. But again, this is cool because if it is faithful to Toyotaro's version, this is the Toyotaro cut of Dragon Ball Super, then it's like we get to see all the stuff that we didn't get to see. And that's actually something I did ask for. I will be honest, you can go to previous videos and things. I've always wanted to see Gohan versus Kefla, right? I think that's cool as shit. Like, what we got in the anime for Goku versus Kefla was amazing. And people go back and rewatch those scenes all the time. All the time. Even me. I'm guilty of doing that, right? But hey, if we get to see the version of it where it's in the manga, where it's Gohan versus Kefla, I mean, it's something new, right? It's something different. I know there are people who did not like it. They were like, oh, this is ass. Gohan, how is he on par with Kefla, who could beat Ultra Instinct Goku? Does that mean Gohan is on par with Ultra Instinct Goku? What the fuck? Like, no, I didn't see it that way. I just saw it as maybe Kefla just wasn't as strong as she was in the, what is it called? The anime, which in my opinion makes more sense, right? Kefla being not on par, she wasn't on par with Ultra Instinct Sign Goku, but the fact that she pushed Goku to Ultra Instinct Sign is pretty crazy, right? So again, this isn't about some power scaling bullshit, right? Like, I just feel like that's more accurate, like her being on par with Gohan. But then, that's doing Kefla a disservice, right? I love Kefla. She's one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball Super, and she's badass as fuck. But yeah, I could see that being a little bit weird. I don't know. It's because of how they just did everything. Shit don't make no sense, and at this point, I'm just tired of trying to make sense of stuff. I just want to watch them beat the shit out of each other. God damn. So Yamamura is the main animation director. Why? With several other animators involved, including Yuya Takahashi. Okay. So again, if they're doing what they did, because it wasn't Yamamura design the whole time, right? There was some Takahashi style. There was some Shida style. Are we gonna get that? You bet your ass we would, right? So for the most part, it's going to be looking maybe more like this. But if it's like this where everything looks very clean, I mean, not this is probably AI, like I said, but like, you know, it's cleaner, it's more solid. The original image looked good to me, right? It looked actually like really nice, right? And even Battle of Gods, that looked pretty good, right? And there were parts of it where it looked amazing. Like when you had Goku versus Beerus, where he's Super Saiyan Goku, I will not let you destroy my world. You know, that shit, like that was Shida, right? Coming through. So we have potential for this to actually be really gas, okay? But it's just the fact that if we don't know how this is going to be, is it going to be seasonal? Is it going to be ongoing weekly? If it's weekly and they're able to consistently pull off it being consistent, very good. very good, okay? Because then we're going to be just like rolling through these episodes, right? Every single week. We don't have to wait, you know, months to potential years to see more from this. And maybe that's why they're choosing Yamamoto style, because maybe it's easier for them to do, which that doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't know. I just feel like Shintani style is more flexible. There's more freedom. To me, it looks like it takes less time to draw the characters just because there's not all that extra shit, right? It's those designs for Shintani were so much more solid, right? So there wasn't a lot of extra like highlights and stuff. And I don't do animation and I don't do like art, but to me, I mean, that just makes sense, right? The less detail, the faster they're able to draw this stuff, right? But I don't know. If you're an animator or an artist, y'all let me know if Yamamoto style is easier for them or if Shintani's is easier. I don't fucking know, really. But yeah, that's the whole situation. I yapped on long enough. I know. I always do. If you come and watch my videos, you're here to hear me yap, right? So, in my opinion, I think that this would be a really cool thing. I just don't want to sit through certain arcs and certain scenes all over again. I really do hope that they do cut out a lot of stupid shit and unnecessary stuff. And they just, like, this is, like, they have this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have an opportunity to remake something that is very popular, but was poorly done in the past. So you have redemption right here. And you could make this great, immaculate, amazing. So don't fuck it up if this is real. Who knows? All this stuff could be bullshit, but we'll see. Y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. Are you cool? Are you down for a Dragon Ball Super remake that looks better, retells the manga version of the story? I mean, it could be good, right? And again, if it's weekly, we're in business, right? If we have to wait seasonal, I will wait as long as it looks really good, but we ain't getting tomorrow and granola until like 2027 or some shit, dude. Or actually longer. Probably longer, dude. Depending on how they release, what the release schedule is. But we'll see. We'll see.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.